I look at Anthropic, and as you know, like I've spent a lot of time talking with Anthropic as well. Over several years, I feel like they have managed to move quickly, but it's this kind of repetition of safety. What are you talking about in the Business Week piece?
Right. If you think about just even a few years ago, right, Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, was someone who really had an academic background. He had worked at OpenAI and Baidu and Google, but largely spent his time as a biophysics researcher, right, running experiments. And so now he's in this position where he's actually running a $61 billion startup, right, while trying to balance that sort of academic commitment that he has to his ideals around safety.
In the piece, what do you report on how they're getting that balance right, running a business versus the safety responsibility?
Right. So they have some impressive numbers. I mean, the latest annualized revenue projections they have are $2 billion, and that's double what it was at the beginning of the year. So that's nothing to, bat an eyelash at. And at the same time, they're going to have to keep racing at this very fast speed to keep up with DeepSeek, to keep up with OpenAI, with Google. And so how do you sort of balance that when sometimes you do have to take a step back? That's going to be the challenge, I think, in the years ahead.
When I speak to computer scientists or even people in the enterprise software space, I think what Anthropic gets a lot of credit for and what they're good at is coding agents and those sorts of domains. How have they done well there? And what are their products? What is it that Anthropic sells to the world?
Yeah, so another nugget in this piece is that one of the biggest sources of growth for them recently has been through their coding agents and sort of coding technology. And that's essentially software that helps engineers write their code. And that is, on the one hand, a huge boon to them, because if they have the best software for that, they're going to get big contracts. On the other hand, it also provides a complication in terms of what does that mean for the future of work? What does that mean for employees even within Anthropic whose jobs are going to change? Amodei told me we don't want to slow down. We don't want to have to fire our employees because of our product, Claude Code. But that means we may have to slow down hiring in the future, right? So I think he's being quite open about the trade-offs here.
Very quickly, just 20 seconds, where are Anthropic? Where's home for them, and who are their biggest investors?
So they are based here in San Francisco, actually where Dario Amodei is from. And their biggest investors are folks like Lightspeed, Eric Schmidt was an early investor who I talked to, Google and Amazon, of course, who also partner with them on the infra.